Focus only on yourself in 2025. As we step into this new year, I challenge you to center your attention on one thing yourself. Now, don't misunderstand me. I'm not talking about selfishness or ignoring others, but rather about self-reflection, growth, and spiritual renewal. 2025 is your opportunity to prioritize your relationship with God, your personal growth, and your mental well-being. Every year, we're bombarded with pressures, expectations, and distractions. But what if this year you decided to tune out the noise and focus on becoming the best version of yourself? What if you dedicated this year to strengthening your faith, developing your skills, and nurturing your inner peace? We cannot pour into others if we're empty ourselves, so start by filling your own cup. Focus on cultivating habits that align with your purpose. Stay disciplined in prayer, in learning and reflection. Let go of comparison, judgment, and regret. Your journey is yours alone. This year, it's all about your transformation. Step into 2025 with intentionality, with purpose, and with the understanding that your growth impacts everything and everyone around you. The time is now to focus only on yourself and watch how your life unfolds. Prioritizing your spiritual growth and relationship with God is the foundation of everything else you do in life. In a world that constantly demands your attention, energy, and focus, it's easy to let your spiritual life slip into the background. But the truth is, when you nurture and prioritize your relationship with God, it not only transforms you from the inside out, but also sets the tone for everything else you face. When you make God the center of your life, every decision, challenge, and opportunity is viewed through a lens of faith. You begin to see things differently, knowing that your purpose is bigger than the day-to-day struggles you face. Your identity becomes anchored in who God says you are, rather than what the world tells you or what others expect of you. This clarity allows you to live with intention and focus, making decisions that align with your spiritual calling. Your relationship with God isn't something that can be compartmentalized or only attended to when it's convenient. It requires consistent time, effort, and commitment. Just as any relationship needs nurturing, so does your connection with your Creator. Spending time in prayer, in worship, and in His Word isn't about fulfilling a religious obligation. It's about building an intimate bond with the one who made you. Prayer is more than just asking for what you need. It's a conversation where you listen and share, drawing closer to God's heart. The Word of God, the Bible, isn't just a book of rules. It's a living guide that speaks into your circumstances, offering wisdom, direction, and encouragement. However, it's important to realize that prioritizing your spiritual growth doesn't always mean big, dramatic steps. Sometimes it's the small, consistent acts that matter most. Taking just a few moments each day to reflect on God's goodness or to express gratitude can build a foundation of peace and purpose. These moments, though seemingly insignificant on their own, begin to compound and transform your perspective over time. It's not about how much time you spend, it's about the quality of time you give. In a busy, fast-paced world, distractions can easily pull you away from spiritual practices. Social media, work demands, and personal obligations often crowd your schedule, making it seem impossible to find time for quiet reflection. Yet these distractions are exactly why it's crucial to carve out intentional moments for God. Prioritizing your spiritual growth doesn't happen by accident. It happens when you make space for it, when you actively choose to invest in your relationship with God above everything else. Even in the midst of the busyness, you can set boundaries and make choices that honor your faith, reminding yourself that your spiritual well-being should never be a second thought. One of the most profound benefits of prioritizing your spiritual growth is the peace that comes from knowing you're connected to something greater than yourself. Life's challenges are inevitable, but when you are rooted in God, you are anchored in His promises. This spiritual foundation helps you navigate even the toughest storms with grace and strength. The world can throw its hardest blows at you, but when you're grounded in faith, you can stand firm, knowing that God is with you every step of the way. His presence gives you the courage to face fear, the wisdom to make decisions, and the strength to persevere. Moreover, as you prioritize your relationship with God, your spiritual growth naturally begins to influence the way you engage with others. It becomes easier to extend grace, to forgive, and to love unconditionally. When your own heart is filled with the love and peace of God, you become a vessel through which His love can flow out to those around you. The world desperately needs people who reflect God's character, and when you invest in your spiritual growth, you become a light that shines in dark places, offering hope and encouragement to others. One of the key aspects of prioritizing your spiritual growth is learning to trust in God's timing. Life doesn't always unfold the way you expect. and sometimes the waiting seasons are the hardest. But when you remain rooted in God, you learn to trust that He has a plan for you, even when you can't see the bigger picture. Your faith grows deeper as you learn to wait on His perfect timing, knowing that His ways are higher than your own, and His understanding far exceeds anything you could imagine. It's in the waiting that you often learn the most about yourself, about God, and about what truly matters. By prioritizing your spiritual growth and relationship with God, you allow His transformative power to shape every area of your life. You begin to align your thoughts, actions, and desires with His will, leading to a more purposeful and fulfilling life. It's not about perfection, it's about progress and commitment to growing closer to God each day. So, in this new year, make it your priority to cultivate a deeper relationship with Him. Let His presence be the foundation of your life, the source of your strength, and the reason behind every decision you make. Investing in personal development and self-discipline is essential for a life that is both fulfilling and purposeful. Personal development is not just about acquiring new skills or setting career goals, it is about growing into the best version of yourself. It involves taking a deep look at who you are, where you've been, and where you're going. It's a commitment to constant improvement, self-reflection, and becoming more aligned with your potential. But none of this is possible without self-discipline, which acts as the driving force behind your progress. To invest in your personal development means to acknowledge that growth is an ongoing process. It's about identifying areas of your life that need attention and taking the necessary steps to improve them. Whether it's learning new skills, building stronger relationships, or addressing personal weaknesses, personal development requires a commitment to action. It's easy to fall into complacency, thinking that you've reached a certain level of success or growth, but true personal development doesn't stop. It requires a mindset of lifelong learning, always seeking ways to improve, evolve, and expand your abilities. Self-discipline plays a crucial role in this process because without it, progress is stalled. Discipline is the ability to make decisions and stick to them, regardless of how you feel in the moment. It's about having the strength to do what you know you need to do, even when it's hard or inconvenient. In a world full of distractions and instant gratification, self-discipline is what keeps you focused on long-term goals, even when the path gets difficult. Without self-discipline, the desire to grow may remain just that desire without action to back it up. One of the first steps in investing in your personal development is setting clear, actionable goals. These goals serve as a roadmap, guiding you on your journey of growth. Without clear goals, it's easy to lose direction and become overwhelmed by the daily challenges that life throws your way. Having a clear vision of where you want to go and what you want to achieve keeps you motivated and provides a sense of purpose. These goals can span across all areas of your life: career, relationships, health, spirituality, and personal skills. The more specific and measurable these goals are, the easier it is to track your progress and stay committed to them. But setting goals alone isn't enough. The real work begins with the consistent effort to achieve them. This is where self-discipline becomes key. Self-discipline is what turns intentions into action. It's the strength to wake up early and work on your goals before life gets in the way, or the ability to resist distractions and stay focused when temptation pulls you in a different direction. It's choosing to push through moments of discomfort and persevering when the results don't come as quickly as you hope. Without self-discipline, your goals are nothing more than wishes. Discipline is what makes those wishes a reality. It's important to understand that self-discipline is not about perfection. It's about consistency and making progress, even when you don't feel like it. It's about building the habits that support your goals, no matter how small those steps may seem. Over time, these small, consistent actions add up to major transformations. Whether it's setting aside time each day to read and learn, practicing a skill until it becomes second nature, or exercising regularly to build physical health, these actions require a commitment to discipline. Furthermore, self-discipline isn't limited to actions alone, it extends to your thoughts and emotions as well. To grow as a person, you must also practice discipline over your mind. This means choosing to focus on positive, productive thoughts rather than giving in to negativity, self-doubt, or procrastination. It means actively challenging limiting beliefs and replacing them with empowering ones that propel you forward. The ability to control your thoughts is one of the most powerful forms of self-discipline because your mind shapes your reality. If you can discipline your thoughts, you can discipline your actions, and that's where true growth happens. Another important aspect of self-discipline in personal development is learning how to manage your time effectively. Time is one of the most valuable resources you have, and without proper time management, your goals can slip away unnoticed. When you discipline yourself to prioritize tasks, avoid procrastination, and stay on track with your daily routines, you set yourself up for success. This doesn't mean working nonstop or filling every minute of your day with tasks. It means using your time wisely, allocating moments for rest, for reflection, and for pursuing the things that matter most. Time management is not just about being productive, it's about being intentional with how you spend your time, ensuring that it aligns with your goals and values. In the process of developing self-discipline, it's crucial to be kind to yourself and practice patience. Growth doesn't happen overnight, and there will inevitably be setbacks along the way. There will be times when you fail or stray from your path, but that doesn't mean you've failed as a person. True discipline involves learning from mistakes, adjusting your course, and continuing to move forward. It's about resilience, the ability to get back up after a fall and keep going. Personal development is not about reaching perfection, it's about striving to be better each day, learning to overcome obstacles, and building the habits that lead to long-term success. Investing in personal development and cultivating self-discipline isn't easy, but it's one of the most rewarding decisions you can make. The results of this investment may not be immediately visible, but they compound over time, resulting in a stronger, more resilient, and more successful version of yourself. By dedicating yourself to growth, and by having the discipline to follow through, you'll find that your potential is limitless, and the journey itself becomes its own reward. Eliminating distractions and comparison to focus on your unique journey is an essential part of personal growth and development. In a world that is constantly filled with noise, social media, demands from work, and the endless opinions of others, it can be incredibly difficult to maintain focus on what truly matters. The ability to block out distractions and resist the urge to compare your life to others allows you to preserve your energy and attention for what is uniquely yours. Focusing on your personal journey is not about ignoring the world around you, but rather about prioritizing your path and understanding that it doesn't look the same as anyone else's. Distractions are a part of modern life, and they come in many forms. They can range from external sources such as phone notifications and social media to internal distractions like self-doubt or anxiety. The more distractions you allow into your life, the less clarity you have about your true purpose and direction. Constant distractions not only steal your time but also prevent you from living intentionally. Without focus, it's easy to go through the motions without ever truly advancing toward your goals. This is why eliminating distractions is key to living a life of purpose. It requires setting boundaries for what you will allow into your life and what you won't. It means saying no to things that don't serve your growth, even if those things seem urgent in the moment. One of the most common distractions people face today is social media. While it can be a great tool for connection, information, and inspiration, it can also become a major source of comparison and distraction. Scrolling through feeds filled with curated images, idealized lifestyles, and accomplishments can cause you to feel inadequate or lost in the shadow of others' successes. The problem isn't the social media platforms themselves, but rather how we allow them to influence our thoughts and self-worth. Constantly comparing your life to someone else's highlights can create feelings of insecurity and a false sense of urgency, making you feel like you are not doing enough or not achieving fast enough. It's crucial to remind yourself that these online representations often don't reflect the whole truth of someone's journey. When you are constantly looking to others for validation or comparing your progress to theirs, you lose sight of your own path. Everyone's story is different, and each person's timeline is uniquely theirs. Eliminating comparison is about acknowledging your own value and the uniqueness of your journey. Instead of looking to others for a measure of your success, it's important to look inward and assess your own progress. Your experiences, struggles, and victories are what shape you, and no one else has walked in your exact shoes. Comparing your journey to others is an exercise in futility. It will only distract you from what you're meant to accomplish. Instead of measuring yourself against external standards, focus on setting your own personal benchmarks and tracking your progress based on your own growth and goals. When you shift your mindset away from comparison and toward self-reflection, you free yourself from unnecessary stress and focus on what you can control, your actions, choices, and growth. The first step in eliminating distractions is creating an environment that fosters focus and productivity. This may mean setting specific times to check social media or turning off notifications that disrupt your concentration. It might involve creating a daily routine that includes time for quiet reflection, prayer, or journaling to help ground you in your purpose. When you intentionally structure your day and set clear boundaries, you reduce the influence of distractions and make space for what truly matters. It's important to realize that your time and attention are precious resources. By protecting them, you make room for deeper connections with your own values and aspirations, allowing you to invest in your personal development more effectively. Another powerful tool in eliminating distractions is mindfulness. Practicing mindfulness helps you stay present in each moment, preventing your mind from wandering and focusing on unnecessary thoughts. It's about developing the ability to be fully engaged in whatever you're doing without being distracted by outside forces or by the pull of comparison. This can be as simple as taking a few deep breaths, grounding yourself in the current task, and redirecting your attention back to the work at hand. By doing so, you create a sense of calm and clarity, which enables you to focus on your goals without getting lost in the noise. In order to effectively eliminate comparison and distractions, it's essential to build a sense of self-worth that comes from within rather than from external sources. When your identity is rooted in who you are rather than in the achievements or opinions of others, you are less likely to be swayed by what others are doing or how far along they seem to be. This requires cultivating a mindset of abundance, recognizing that there is enough success, love, and opportunity for everyone. You don't need to compete with anyone else because your journey is already your own. Trusting that you are exactly where you need to be at exactly the right time allows you to let go of the desire to compare and to simply focus on your own growth. Finally, focusing on your unique journey means embracing the process of growth rather than focusing solely on the destination. When you stop comparing yourself to others and eliminate the distractions that pull you away from your own path, you begin to see growth as a personal, ongoing process. There will be setbacks, there will be triumphs, and there will be seasons of quiet waiting. But all of these moments are part of your story. When you focus on your own journey, you start to appreciate the little wins, the lessons in every experience, and the beauty in moving at your own pace. Cultivating inner peace and mental well-being for a stronger foundation is essential for navigating the complexities of life with resilience and clarity. Our external world is often chaotic and unpredictable, but the state of our internal world, our mental and emotional health, has a profound impact on how we experience and respond to those external pressures. When we focus on nurturing our inner peace, we create a solid foundation from which we can face life's challenges, maintain balance, and thrive in the midst of adversity. Inner peace is not just the absence of conflict or stress, it is the presence of a deep sense of calm and assurance, regardless of external circumstances. It is a state of being where you are grounded in your values, your purpose, and your relationship with yourself and the world around you. Cultivating this peace requires intentional effort. It doesn't just happen overnight, nor is it something you can simply will into existence. It involves a continuous process of self-awareness, self-care, and the commitment to maintain a healthy, balanced mindset. The first step in cultivating inner peace is to establish emotional awareness. Understanding your emotions and how they affect your thoughts and actions is crucial. Many times we are driven by emotions without fully recognizing how they impact us. Stress, anxiety, anger, and fear can create mental clutter, making it difficult to think clearly or respond appropriately to situations. By becoming more aware of your emotional triggers and learning to observe your feelings without judgment, you can begin to process emotions in a healthy way. This awareness allows you to create space between your emotional reactions and your responses, leading to greater control over your thoughts and actions. Mindfulness is a powerful tool in fostering emotional awareness and inner peace. It involves being fully present in each moment without distraction or judgment. Practicing mindfulness allows you to experience life more deeply and to let go of unnecessary mental clutter. It helps you focus on the here and now, rather than being consumed by past regrets or future anxieties. Through mindfulness practices like meditation, breathing exercises, or simply observing your thoughts, you begin to quiet the mind and create a sense of stillness within. When you can cultivate this presence, you gain the ability to respond to situations calmly and thoughtfully rather than reacting impulsively or out of fear. In addition to emotional awareness, self-care is a vital component of cultivating inner peace. Self-care is often misunderstood as indulgence, but it is, in fact, an essential part of maintaining mental well-being. Taking time to care for your body, mind, and soul is not a luxury but a necessity. This can include regular exercise, healthy eating, getting enough rest, and engaging in activities that bring you joy or relaxation. When you prioritize self-care, you replenish your energy and build the resilience needed to face life's challenges. It's about creating balance, ensuring that you're not constantly running on empty, but that you're regularly restoring yourself to maintain a state of well-being. Another important aspect of mental well-being is setting boundaries. We live in a world that often demands more of us than we can give, and without boundaries, it's easy to feel overwhelmed and drained. Setting boundaries means being clear about what you can and cannot do, what you will and will not accept. This requires learning to say no when necessary and not overcommitting to obligations that will compromise your mental health. Boundaries protect your time, energy, and peace of mind, allowing you to focus on what truly matters. When you set clear boundaries, you take control of your life and protect your inner peace from external forces that might drain or distract you. Fostering inner peace also involves addressing negative thought patterns. Often our minds become clouded by self-doubt, worry, and criticism, which only heighten feelings of anxiety and stress. To cultivate peace, it's essential to challenge these thoughts and replace them with healthier, more constructive ones. Cognitive reframing, which involves changing the way you view a situation, is one effective method. For example, instead of viewing a setback as a failure, you can reframe it as an opportunity for growth. By consciously shifting your mindset, you can break free from cycles of negative thinking and foster a more peaceful, optimistic outlook. Another important factor in maintaining mental well-being is seeking support when needed. It's easy to think that we must navigate life's struggles alone, but the truth is that we are all interconnected, and seeking help when necessary is a strength, not a weakness. Talking to a friend, seeking therapy, or participating in a support group can provide a safe space to process emotions and gain perspective. Sometimes just having someone listen to you can be incredibly healing. It reminds you that you're not alone and that you have resources and people who care about your well-being. Gratitude also plays a significant role in cultivating inner peace. When we focus on what we don't and what's wrong in our lives, it's easy to become overwhelmed with negativity. But practicing gratitude shifts our focus toward the positive aspects of life, no matter how small they may seem. It's about recognizing the blessings we already have and taking time each day to appreciate them. Gratitude doesn't just improve our mental state, it shifts our overall perspective on life, fostering a sense of contentment and peace. Finally, spiritual practices such as prayer, reflection, or connecting with nature can contribute to inner peace by providing a sense of purpose and connection to something greater than ourselves. When you engage in spiritual practices, you are reminded of your place in the grand scheme of things, which can bring comfort during challenging times. Whether it's through religious practices or a more secular form of spiritual connection, these practices help you feel grounded and centered, creating a deeper sense of peace. Cultivating inner peace and mental well-being is an ongoing journey, not a destination. It requires continuous effort and dedication, but the rewards are immense. When you nurture your inner world, you create a strong foundation that allows you to face life's challenges with resilience, clarity, and a calm assurance that no matter what happens, you are capable of handling it.